A world where hopium and common sense collide. Starring the CryptoKeeper and BlockchainCrusader. Welcome to Debate Crypto. Crypto fam, it's your boy CryptoKeeper and BlockchainCrusader, and you guys got to give me 2 seconds because I have a little technical difficulty going on here.
Surprise, surprise, guys. The boomer struggles with technology. I thought you forgot the intro for a minute there, and I was like, dude, say something. Oh, wait a minute. Technical difficulty. We're about to lose Nick right now. He will be back shortly, guys. Don't worry about it. I hope everyone's having a great, amazing night. Oh, and here he is. He is back. Sweet baby Jesus.
Stop clicking on. Hold on, I got to change my name back. So, Crypto fam, well, it was your boy CryptoKeeper, and now it turned into just Miguelito, the BlockchainCrusader. My bad. You already know what happened, Miguel.
Yeah, I know.
So at any event, so good evening. We got another Saturday Night Live. Just started off a little faulty there. But yeah, if you guys have never been here before, make sure that you drop us some love in the chat, smash the likes, and make sure that you subscribe. As a reminder, real quick, we are giving away, that's right, Market Cipher. We're giving away a year of Market Cipher to somebody that is in the academy, in Debate Crypto Academy. Guys, we do, if you're not familiar with our academy, every Sunday we do private seminars. We've got Crypto 101 in there, and we've got a booming Telegram chat. So yeah, if you guys are interested in that, check us out. All the information will be down below the video. So Miguel, what is on the podium for this evening?
We got Bitcoin miners capitulation information coming out. Doom and gloom. What's going on? We got Rio De Janeiro talking about putting 1% of their treasury into Bitcoin, and a few other little sprinkles of some good Bitcoin news here. So we'll get into all that tonight.
Well, let's not hold up the people. Hey, chat. Drop a 1 in the chat if you're feeling good about the prices this weekend. Drop a 2 in the chat if you're still a little uneasy. I want to kind of gauge how the chat's feeling about Bitcoin and the rest of the market right now. So drop a 1 if you're comfortable and you think we're headed in the right direction. Drop a 2 if you're still a little bit uneasy. Now,
so yeah, guys, chat, show us that energy, right? The more energy you give us, the more energy we put into the show. So bring it. I want to see that energy, that fire in the chat tonight.
Drop that fire into the chat. All right, so let's kick it off here. So we are up 0.67%. We're at 2.07 trillion. Listen, I've talked about this a couple times before. The global crypto market being over 2 trillion, though, I think is important, right? I do think that number matters, and I'm hoping that we stay above that. We've got Bitcoin at 43,094, ETH at 33.27. Yes, that's right. My leverage trades are still holding strong, baby. BNB just under $500. Tether holding strong at $1. What a champion. Solana up 0.43%. Let me stop real quick on this one. Solana, a good friend of mine, jumped into Solana, dropped a nice little bit of cash into Solana, and I feel bad for him. It literally within probably 5 days of him dropping that in is when we just absolutely dumped. So I am hoping for his sake that turns back around. USDC not holding as strong as Tether at 99 cents. Cardano $1.32. XRP 78 cents. Terra Luna at 85.80. And rounding out the top 10 is Polkadot at 28.06. Let me real quickly say Dogecoin. We don't have this on the block for this evening, but if you guys didn't hear, Dogecoin actually Elon did his little thing with Dogecoin and is accepting it for like some random stuff on Tesla's website. It was like some like little kid's car, some bougie belt buckle. There was like a few things that he was taking Doge for. And Miguel, I'll just let you take a guess. I know you hadn't seen the article, but what do you think happened with Dogecoin yesterday?
Instantly, all the Doge investors, right, jumped in, pumped the price.
Dude.
When everyone was like, oh my God, Doge is so much valuable now because Elon is willing to take it as payment. It's like, guys, just because you're willing to take a pile of shit as payment doesn't mean that shit is more valuable. So don't go out there scooping the dog shit from the yard next door to pay for shit.
Dude, that is literally such a great example though, because so we pay somebody to come out and pick up dog poop at my house, right? We have our English Mastiffs and we pay somebody. So that has value to me. That poop getting picked up has value. It's literally just about the same thing. And it's just I'm not saying that I think Dogecoin is poop as much as I'm trying to say like
I'm saying Dogecoin is poop.
Well, okay, that's fine. But what I'm really getting at is exactly what Miguel was saying. Like, just because you're willing to take it doesn't mean that it means something. Some people can look at that something and say that it has sentimental. It doesn't mean that the market thinks that. It just means that and I think that it means that Elon just has way too much push, way too much impact on these markets. It frustrates me, to be honest. I don't know. I don't love it.
Yeah.
Let me do
just because the little taco shop down the street starts accepting Zimbabwe dollars doesn't mean that Zimbabwe is bullish now.
That's a really good point. Let me do a quick little bit of little TA on Bitcoin. We're looking at the daily. Ultimately on Market Cipher, again, what was it? A couple days ago, we had a blue dot, a green dot on the momentum wave that had been confirmed, and we had a little bit of an uptrend there. We kind of zoom in here. We had just like this small little uptrend, little pullback, and then farting around here in this $43,000 level. We do have money flow starting to turn to the upside, and then the momentum wave actually pushing back up as well. And we're just literally sitting at about 47 on the RSI. So overall, I think we are going to probably, at least from the looks of this, kind of sit still for this weekend. But I will not be surprised if this next week we get some movement. And when I say that, I'm saying movement either way, right? I know nobody loves hearing that, but I could see us getting a big move up from here because we had the death cross. We've got so much. There had been so much negativity, so much negative price action, so much pressure, so much sell pressure to the downside that I think that we could be kind of like a spring coiled up and ready to rock. But I could also see all of this negativity. I don't know what you think, Miguel, but I could also see all this negativity absolutely continuing to just press us down. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, 100%. My same thing happened back in May when we were at 28.30. Tons of, just negative sentiment just kept us low and ranging somewhere in the mid 30s, and it would come back down to the low 30s, right? And just everyone just expecting lower and lower. And eventually, all that spring took off, right? And we blasted away and we blasted above 40 and never came back down again. So I feel like we're in somewhat of that range right now. We're just ranging with negative sentiment all along the way until we have a big blast off.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I definitely feel the negative sentiment. And chat, just as a reminder, it is Saturday Night Live, so we're just going to touch on 3 news articles. We're not going to go deep into any of the 3. So if you guys have questions, if you have anything that you want us to touch on, obviously, please don't ask me to do TA on freaking Shiba or something wild like that, because I'm going to tell you no. But ultimately, if you guys have something you want to chat about, drop it in the chat. Super chats are on. If you guys want to support the channel as well, we appreciate that. But yeah, let's jump right into it. So let's start off with Rio de Janeiro. Now, in Portuguese, you say that because I've been to Rio. It's Rio de Janeiro. That's how you say that. Rio de Janeiro. That's how you say Rio de Janeiro. Rio de Janeiro. But at any event, Rio de Janeiro eyes treasury investment in crypto and discounts for taxes paid in Bitcoin. That is the mayor of Rio de Janeiro. And so Rio de Janeiro mayor Eduardo Paes, I don't know if I'm saying that right, but has pledged to invest 1% of the city's treasury in cryptocurrencies per Brazilian news outlet O Globo. We are going to launch Crypto Rio and invest 1% of the treasury in cryptocurrency, Paes reportedly said during the Rio Innovation Week in a talk alongside Francis Suarez, Miami mayor. O Globo also reported that Pedro Paulo, Secretary Secretary for Farming and Planning in Rio de Janeiro, and Chicao Bolos, I have no idea, I probably butchered that, Secretary of Economic Development and Innovation, plan to transform the city into a hub for the crypto industry. We are studying the possibility of paying taxes with an additional discount if you pay in Bitcoin. Miguel, I see, when I hear that, I hear a city, I hear a nation, I hear a people that are saying, you know what? I like this thing called Bitcoin and we want to accumulate it. If you have a government giving you, incentivizing you, it's like the fog around the world. They were like giving out all these incentives to do the thing. You know what I mean? If you're incentivizing something, it's because you want an outcome from it. They want people to pay in Bitcoin. Dude, can it be more bullish than that? That's freaking huge, right?
Yeah, dude, I completely agree, right? They're incentivizing people, even if they don't know what this Bitcoin thing is. They're like, wait a minute, I can get 10% discounted on my taxes if I
Yeah.
just do this Bitcoin thing. What's this Bitcoin thing? Oh, okay, here we
Mhm.
go. Set it up, boom, bim, bam, bam, slam, there he goes, boom, 10% off my taxes. Hell yeah. Even if they're not Bitcoin believers themselves, the individuals, but the city is accumulating Bitcoin, right? There's more
Yeah.
adoption. Eventually, these people will learn about what Bitcoin is and be like, oh, wait a minute. Now I'm understanding more and more why they're giving us this 10% discount. Hold on, let me start accumulating some of this for myself as well. And then that just opens up the whole gateway to, all the other altcoins and cryptos and the crypto world in general. So it's a great incentive for people to get into crypto, learn what it is, and
Yeah.
get 10% off taxes. Who doesn't want to pay less taxes?
Yeah, no, I'm totally with it. I think the only thing that I would struggle with would be, okay, but do I want the 10% off, or I mean, I guess you could theoretically just buy right back in. You could pay with it and then essentially buy it right back. I just wouldn't want to part with my Bitcoin, but dude, it is 100% positive gesture, saying that, hey, we believe in what Bitcoin is, what it is, and what it's going to be, because a city like I told you, I've been to Rio. It's freaking
Yeah.
beautiful. It is huge. It's a big city, right? And you don't have that in in that type of a place paying taxes, or having the ability to pay taxes in something that ultimately is just going to freaking flop. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah, man, and it's simple, right? They tell you, "Hey, you owe $1,000 in taxes." Right? Okay, send out 1,000 from your bank account, buy some Bitcoin, and then tell them how much I owe you now. Oh, you owe 10% less. Also, I only owe you 900
Yeah.
bucks. Here you go, boom,
Yeah.
900 bucks in Bitcoin,
I mean,
and that's
everybody
it.
wants Bitcoin. We've got. I mean, the reality is we've got UFC heavyweight champion considers accepting 50% of his next fight purse in Bitcoin. So check this dude out. That's about how I'm going to look in about 3 weeks. Without my skin tone's going to be a little bit different. I am tanning, but now that I'm back in the gym, bro, I'm going to be swole, bro, here soon. With the global adoption of cryptocurrency increasing, an increasing number of celebrities and athletes are receiving their pay in digital assets such as Bitcoin. Notably, the UFC heavyweight champion Francis Ngannou revealed on Twitter January 14th that he's considering taking 50% of his next fight purse in Bitcoin. The Cameroonian, see, Miguel, I told you he's from Cameroon. The Cameroonian, who has his next fight scheduled for January 22nd, revealed, been talking with my family and friends in the crypto space. Bitcoin is huge in Africa, and I'm thinking of taking half my fight purse in it. Bitcoin is the future. I'm a believer. Um, I mean, literally, isn't I think crypto.com is involved in the UFC as well, right? Yeah, actually, I
Yes.
know it is. I've seen it
Yes,
on a
yeah,
lot of
they're on their
their
shirts, on the
uh-huh.
arena, they're everywhere.
Yeah.
And yes, what he said about Africa, people talk about, oh, Bitcoin's not used as peer to peer. Where in Africa, Africa is the largest country, the largest continent, I should say, not country, uh, that has used Bitcoin as peer to peer technology, and they use that as their own thing over there. So everybody that's complaining that they can't do it, it works.
Yeah.
People do it.
Yeah, it does. And I think it's really cool because you know how, okay, athletes,
A
movie
lot of athletes
stars,
have been talking about taking Bitcoin as payment. A lot of
yeah.
athletes.
Well, and you know why I think it's even more bullish? I think it's even more bullish for the space because athletes, movie stars, people that have that status, right? that is, you know how people are. They want to follow. They want to be like other people.
Validation.
Yeah, exactly. It does. It does. It validates. It says, hey, like I was kind of considering getting into it, and but oh, you mean what? My favorite fighter took his payment in Bitcoin. What? Are you serious? An actor took his payment in Bitcoin, took her payment in Bitcoin. Like, yeah, it is. It's exactly that, because people want to be like other successful people. And if those successful people are doing things such as, if somebody so successful would do something such as take payment in Bitcoin, when they know that those people are for the most part, very money centric. You know what I mean? If they are willing to do it, then why wouldn't I? I've actually, a side note, I have been waiting in my construction company. I've been telling people when they ask me, hey, do you want a check? Do you want, how do you want it paid? And I jokingly, but I'm not joking, tell people every time that I will accept Bitcoin. And I actually had one lady that actually told me after the job was done that she was nervous on the front end of the job when I told her that I would accept Bitcoin. And I said, what do you mean? And this is where the news really bothers me. She's like, well, all I know about it is that people just used it to buy and sell drugs a long time ago on the dark web or something like that. And I was like, that's literally that shows you right there how negative media affects people's you know what I mean? Like, was it? Sure. My retort should have been, oh, well, you want to pay me in cash? You mean the number one most used, money ever in drug trafficking and money laundering and everything? You know what I mean? Like that should have probably been my retort, but I wasn't looking to have an argument with her about it.
Yeah. I actually have something I could say about that as well, but I'll leave that for after the stream.
Well, hey, I've got a good Rio de Janeiro thing for after the stream too. So remind me of
that. Good comment here. Actually, really good comment. I want to address this real quick. So, any conspiracy thoughts about how Tonga was said earlier this week? They're accepting Bitcoin, like in El Salvador, whatever, and now they get hit with a volcano eruption / tsunami happens. Coincidence? I don't know, bro, but the coincidence is very, very large. I'm just saying, bro.
Hold on a second. I'm fine with you. I'm fine with you telling me we didn't land on the moon. I'm fine with all of these things, but producing a volcano or making a volcano erupt.
You think that's hard? you think that's hard? If you believe we landed on the moon, you think we can't make a volcano erupt? Come on, man. Bro, follow the science, bro.
People are gonna be like, yeah, like I followed Debate Crypto for their crypto knowledge, but I stuck around for all the tinfoil craziness that they got going on.
All I want to say is that all the tinfoil conspiracies out there, I've run out of all of them because they've all went from fiction
all going true
to reality. So I don't know. I'm not trying to say anything, but if you know, you know.
If you know, you know. That dude, that's so freaking funny. Juggernaut. I'm not gonna pull that one up on the screen, bro, but no more moving product, bro. That's the old that's the old CryptoKeeper.
That's what I was gonna say. That's what you should have told that lady. But look, I did too, but look at me now. I'm awesome, right? You wouldn't have suspected
pulled out of that life, but I still got that BTC wallet. You feel? Not about that life no more, but I mean, I'll take some Bitcoin for real. All right, so yeah,
let's get into the minor capitulation, what everybody is here for.
Yeah, everybody's here for this right here. So everybody showed up to talk about this. Bitcoin miners can take a fresh 20% Bitcoin price hit before capitulating, data shows. So there's Miguel holding his. Holding his
I just want to make it clear.
He's got his gauged earrings and his little tuft. This is actually real footage of Miguel. If you guys haven't seen Miguel at a young age, this is a picture of Miguel right here at a young age. I'm tempted to share one of his young pictures.
I just want to say, this is for the record, never gauged my ears. I think that was the dumbest thing ever. But what I do want to say is that title sounds extremely bearish. If you read that title, you're
Mhm.
like, Bitcoin miners taking
Yeah, and look at
20%
this guy.
Bitcoin
He
price.
looks sad.
This guy
He's
looks
like,
depressed.
he's
Like,
so
oh crap! And
depressed.
then you have the word capitulate, and you're like,
Yep.
oh snap! What does this mean?
Yeah.
It's actually a bullish thing.
Yeah, so the Bitcoin mining business is bigger than ever at current price levels, and new data shows just how unlikely a mass miner sell off really is. As noted by popular Twitter account Venture Founder on January 14th, even at 42K, the Bitcoin USD trading pair is around 20% above miners' cost price. So I ultimately don't even need to dive further into this. Here's how simple this is. There is a price to actually mine Bitcoin, right? It is the cost of energy, it is the cost, the overall, the overhead, all things considered. There is a dollar amount that they factor in that says, hey, I can mine this much Bitcoin for this many dollars, right? Ultimately what they're saying is they're still at 20% at 42K. They're still at 20% net profit. Guys, 20% net profit. Like, I don't know what you do for a living, but in almost any industry, a 20% net is freaking great, right? And so yeah, what they're trying to say is the price can still go down and the miners aren't selling. I'm reading that correct. That's how you would
Yes,
take that
yes,
as
that's
well, right?
exactly what it's saying. The price can drop another
Yeah.
20%, and they still wouldn't have to be selling. They still be okay to hold.
Yeah. You know,
And we've
the
had
Bitcoin
on-chain
miners
metrics showing that miners themselves have actually been buying Bitcoin. They've
buy
actually
it.
been buying and
Uh-huh.
accumulating, something we don't see
Yeah.
very often.
Yeah. I think too often people dismiss miners as just being someone who's trying to just, make money off of Bitcoin, when the reality is, yes, is that what they're ultimately doing? Sure it is. But they also are securing the network. And what I'm trying to say is that if they are accumulating, if they are holding when they ultimately could just dump at profit all the time, that has to tell you something. It has to, because they literally could look, they're at 20% net right now. So what you would think is that they would just keep on turning it out, and boom, 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 and just sell, right? Well, why are they not at this price? Because they know something that we hope, right? They know that 42K is not the price that they want to be selling. They know that we are at some point, and whether it's today, tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, going to see a lot higher prices, and they're willing to sit on a 42K Bitcoin because they want to sell 102K Bitcoin or whatever the case may be.
Exactly, dude. Exactly. And another thing is, even though Bitcoin's price has dropped down to 42, even down to 39, we have not seen we have not seen massive inflows of Bitcoin into the exchanges. It's actually just been kind of average from what it's always been of the inflow of Bitcoin onto exchanges. So it was actually hinting at that the big price drop was done from within, some type of insider, some type of like insider from an exchange somewhere, something dumped the price on purpose, because there hasn't really been any huge amount of inflows from outside of exchanges into exchanges to actually drop the price. And we've
Yeah.
seen miners buying Bitcoin, and people are still accumulating heavily, so they know. They know.
And Juggernaut for sure says the miners know how to double dip. The miners for sure know how to double dip. They know they know when they are dumping large amounts. I forget who it is. There's a big there. Well, they were in China. There was a big Chinese company that Ben Armstrong used to talk about all the time. And F2 pool, and you could see like actively when they were dumping. And what was speculated was that before a dump they were all shorting, like they were going in and putting in leveraged shorts before they would make these massive dumps. Dude, how could you lose, right? how could, I mean, you literally could just rinse and repeat that, rinse and
Exactly.
repeat that, rinse and repeat that, even if, because think about it, even if you know that you're only going to move the Bitcoin price a 0.5% or 1%, you know that you can do that. You can literally put a 50x leverage, whatever in, and boom, let it drop, boom, take profits, do it again, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. So yes, I totally agree with you.
And that's exactly why I think we're seeing extended cycles now that more and more institutions are being involved and these whales are getting bigger and bigger. I think that's exactly why we're seeing these extended weird cycles, because they know that they can do this a lot more now than they could before. And people are distracted with all the other stuff happening in crypto, all the other altcoins, all the other NFTs, metaverse, whatever. The attention isn't focused on Bitcoin.
Miguel, I just wanted to tell you, dude, that's how you start a volcano. You just start pickaxing it, right? So that's what was happening in the. It's just that simple. Chat. Listen, if you guys have anything in particular that you guys want to get into, it is Saturday Night Live, so drop it in the chat. We want to stay on here for a few more minutes for sure. What do you guys got on your mind? What we got? Anything I missed over here, Miguel? We need to
we got a good one right here, saying they are using the HODL as collateral to buy more Bitcoin, and that's actually not a terrible idea either. These miners could probably be buying up Bitcoin, right, or using the Bitcoin they're accumulating, putting it on these platforms where they can take loans against it, and then be buying up either more Bitcoin or buying up more leverage riskier trades and be making more money. They know that they can, if the price goes down, they can produce more Bitcoin to put the collateral in, and they'll never actually lose. So I think they could be doing a lot of stuff like that.
Yeah, I think excuse me. I think you're right. I think there's a lot of different strategies that ultimately, if you have the ability to move, that if you have the ability to move or hold, and you know that can affect the price, like directly affect the price, I think it's ultimately.
Just imagine if you can take out loans, right? The biggest risk factor is that the price drops, and you're gonna have to put up more collateral, and you might not have more to put up, right? When you're a miner at that level, you're gonna always be producing more Bitcoin. So it's like, hey, if it goes down, it doesn't matter. I can just keep putting more in there. It doesn't really cost me much besides the production cost, and I can cover that with the rest of the miners that I have, right? And just allocate a small percentage, and then get that money to be put into some staking at some crazy like Olympus or Time, or maybe something like some stable coin stuff like on Anchor Protocol, and get 20% of just free money flowing there, right? And you're paying 1% of interest on your loan.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's definitely a way to do it. Bobby, you can feel free to toss one out there. If you know, you can toss one out there, Bobby. But I don't know if you read that earlier, Miguel, but Bobby wants us to Bobby wants to figure out a way to get an algorithm to basically recognize pump and dumps, right? So for those of you that are watching that aren't part of the DCA fam, aren't part of the Academy fam, we had a discussion earlier today. No, Miguel and I aren't going to start pumping project. First of all, we don't have enough influence to be able to do it anyway. There's 44 people in here, not 44,000 people in here, right?
Yeah, no, right.
But ultimately, I thought it was a very funny idea. These metrics that they come up with on these bots. I think that some of the metrics, like, I just don't know how well they're going to work, right? So Bobby was talking about how cool, right? If you had some sort of an algorithmic function that could essentially see the pump and dumps happening and notify you on the pump. But I think the problem with it is these actual pump and dumps are ultimately, the market cap is so low that it happens so fast and from so few wallets. It's not like it's thousands of
Exactly.
people on a sell-off. It's like 2 wallets. It's like if Miguel and I started a coin, and all of a sudden I called Miguel and I said, all right, bro, it's time. And then we boom, execute. Like, that's what's happening a lot of times. And so that's the problem. I know, obviously, Bobby, that you were joking about it, but it's a really cool idea if you could catch the run up. The problem is the run up and the drop comes from so few wallets. That would be the problem.
It's so instant that it's practically impossible to be part of it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm totally I'm with it. All right, crypto fam. Well, yeah, I don't see anything else in the chat this evening. It's a little quiet this evening, but we appreciate each and every one of you guys. I hope you guys have a fantastic evening. DCA fam, we have got our regular Miguel. We still good for 2:30
Yep.
tomorrow?
Yep.
We've got our regular 2:30 Eastern Standard Time
Seminar.
seminar tomorrow, so make sure that you guys are there. We're going to be teaching some TA. We've got a new protocol to show you guys, something cool that we're going to show you. We've got an announcement to make tomorrow, which I think is going to be something fun to announce. We got a lot going on there. And then just as a reminder for everybody, if you're not in the DCA fam, if you're not in the Debate Crypto Academy, A, you guys are missing out, and B, we're giving away a full year of Market Cipher. So yeah, we'd love to have you guys there. So crypto fam, we love each and every one of you. If you need any of the information, any of the stuff that we've been talking about, oh yeah, and as one more reminder, the next 50 people, and I think it's less than that now because a few people have already signed up, but the next 50 people to use our code for FEMEX that's down below, all you have to do is use the code and sign up, right? You sign up and literally just make a deposit. It doesn't even matter what the deposit is. $20. So you get $20 for free. It takes about 24 hours to get into your account, but literally you could sign up for FEMEX, drop in essentially $1. I'm not telling you just to drop $1, but I'm just saying you theoretically could, and they're going to give you $20 that you can trade with. So I don't know, if you at least wanted to try out the platform, you should try it out. We'd appreciate it as well. So yeah, $20. So Jay Hernandez, leaving us on this. You guys are awesome. Hey, listen, Jay Hernandez, you guys are awesome. And you guys are the reason that we continue to do this. We appreciate all the continued support, guys. We love each and every one of you.
100%.
We hope you guys have a blessed evening. And until next time, hodl
Like it's hot.